All right, let's make our picks on South Carolina and Clemson games this week.
You still owe me for the World Series bet.
Bull butter. Kyle owes me $1,000. He bet me $1,000 in 2021 back in it was like August of 2021.
I think it was before the All-Star break.
Yeah, and I was like, "What? The Braves are going to win the World Series this year." And he was like, "All right, if the Braves win the World Series, I'll give you $1,000." They won the World Series, and I'm still $1,000 poor.
So am I.
All right, Clemson is going to take on Georgia Tech at 12 o'clock. Not on the CW this week, so you don't have to catch the credits of the Flash before they play.
Clemson won, so they got promoted.
They're back in there. I wouldn't be surprised if they put Clemson in the top 25.
No.
If they win this week, they'll put Clemson in the top 25.
That's a joke if they do.
If Clemson wins this week and Clemson wins against North Carolina, they'll come into South Carolina ranked because they treat Clemson like they treat Alabama.
I know if Clemson was a good football team, and let's just say Carolina was not what they are right now, like we were, say roles were reversed, like we were a 5-4 team, Clemson was a top, and we beat Vanderbilt and Kentucky, 100% they would put us as a ranked opponent because they've done that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This just makes my case for the Alabama. Like the committee doesn't actually they just say, all right, what makes the best story? And Alabama not getting in last year and then slowly crawling their way back this year. They're going to beat Georgia, and they're going to put them smack dab at number one.
No.
No, not number one, but they'll put them in to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But anyway, Clemson, they're taking on a terrible Georgia Tech team. Georgia Tech's coming off a big win against Virginia, 45-17. They've already beat Miami. They've already beat North Carolina this year. So, they've beaten good teams. They can throw the ball now a little bit. Yeah. They're not that, triple option, run it 95 times a game team anymore. It's going to be one of those games where Clemson's defense is going to have to just keep them in there and hope the offense. Yeah. I don't see Clemson blowing them out. But then again, they could ride it back, man. Buy that stock because Clemson is they're the hot one, man.
I wish they'd quit putting our games at the same time because I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch our game. Well,
I put it on the iPad.
I won't be able to watch any of the games because I'm going to be in a wedding in Virginia at 1 o'clock.
Well,
so I won't
that's
be
a
able to get to
whole
watch
other
any.
discussion about weddings in football season.
Listen, they're not from the South. Evan, if you're watching this, yeah.
Bad decision, Evan.
Yeah. No.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yep. I've got Clemson winning.
I got Clemson winning, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be another one. I don't think that Will Shipley will be back this week. I think after seeing what Moffitt can do, if I was Clemson, I would hold him out until he's 100%. Like there's no, and he may be 100% this week. But I just think if you don't have to play him with what Moffitt did, it looked like the same offense to me. Yeah, without him. So, but I think Clemson wins. But I think again it's going to be defense keeping them in the game, having to make a turnover. Is it's at Clemson?
Yep. They're home the rest of the year except
South Carolina. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take. What's the line? We don't know the line on this one.
No.
It's going to be a close game, 10 points or less, but a victory for Clemson.
Let's see if there's. We're recording the day after.
Usually they have them up pretty quick, but I don't see them blowing them out. I think that.
I don't think any lines are
no
available.
lines. Yeah. So 10 points or less, but Clemson gets a victory.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Dabo's going to say, "I told y'all to buy that stock. Go buy it now."
I hope. And
they hit a stone cold.
I hope Tyler from Spartanburg calls in this week.
Yeah, but how about Tyler from Greenville? That kid did have a good game today for not practicing all week.
Yeah, and a big touchdown catch.
But I can't wait to hear his. That's what Dabo would have been perfect for the WWE. He just comes out here with these quotes and just
tweet that.
Tweet that. You heard that? Stone Cold said so. That's what he should say. Dabo said so. I got 2 degrees and a wife, and I raised 3 good boys.
Don't tempt him. He might do it.
Clemson wins this week.
We have Clemson fans coming at us this week. Got new controversy.
Yeah. South Carolina is going to take on Vanderbilt. Another 12 o'clock game at home for South Carolina.
SEC Network.
Vanderbilt's 2-8 on the year. They're in the same boat that South Carolina is. Coming off a loss. They've lost 8 straight games. So, and their wins that they had weren't like.
They're against podunk teams.
Yeah, they had a
Jacksonville State's not a podunk team.
Jacksonville State's a good team, but we still should have blown them out.
Yes, but still.
I think that we take that little itty bit of joy that did come out of that game, ride that late game momentum that you had, especially defensively. You were able to, force some turnovers. You got to be able to do that. That's just the defense that they are. Is like it's got to be a bend don't break defense. It's got to be that you're going to give up yards, but hey, let's force turnovers. Let's hold them to field goals. Let's hold them to punts. They're just not a defense that's going to consistently get 3 and outs. Put Clayton White in the booth. Get him away from the players. Maybe he's just got some bad mojo or something. So let's just get him away and see how that works. But I think South Carolina
sounds like
wins.
you're going to pick Vanderbilt to win.
Nah, almost. I mean, I had Vanderbilt winning in the third quarter. Watching us in the third quarter Saturday.
Yeah, Carolina wins.
Yeah.
My thing is that I want to see from our offense is just keep
consistency.
Yeah, well, like if the passing game is working, like yesterday, they couldn't guard Xavier Legette. But we just stopped going to them. And I know you have to be balanced, but
you got to run a little bit because you don't want to throw a ton of times because eventually that leads to interceptions.
We have to be able to get the ground game established.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we win either way, but we have to be able to get our run game going.
They have to. I don't know if it's always been a thing for South Carolina. They just play to their opponent. If the opponent's not very good, they just play down to their opponent. Just like we very well could have beat Georgia. We played Georgia extremely well. We should have beat Florida. I mean, they played to their opponent. Besides Tennessee, that was not a great, game all around. But South Carolina has played well against obviously better
just have
teams
to do it consistently.
Exactly. So I think this is a game they got to build off the little momentum that they came out of Jacksonville State with. Please win this game, and then just keep yourself alive. So I think South Carolina wins this game.
I'm going to depend on you next week when we record because, like I said, I'm not going to be able to watch any of the games next week.
Thanks, Evan.
I know, jerk. No, that's going to be a
congratulations
fun time.
to Evan and his wife. I don't know him, but
it's a good guy, good dude.
Congratulations. That marriage is more important than football. Ask Dabo, dude. He's been married for over 30 years.
Yep, and he's got 2 degrees.
2 degrees, 3 great kids.
You're
slamming water bottles. All right, that'll wrap it up. I'm taking Clemson to win by 10. South Carolina will win by 10 or less.
2 touchdowns.